So Trump is finally, por fin, is getting his just due by way of the court. I'm very political. And what I am doing right now is regurgitating what I've read on the news. And I've had more than a few thoughts. Let us not forget where we come from. Culturally, yes. Where we come from in terms of our biology, let us not forget where we come from. The problem is where things get really difficult in terms of a society that values free thought. Boy, the difficulty comes because not everyone believes in evolution. There are some people who have never physically held a fossil, or have seen it, or have any kind of experience with it in any kind of way. Because Zelensky. Oh, you just gonna stop, boy? Look at him. He's just gonna stop right there. He's like, no, I'm done walking. I'm not walking anymore. You better kick your ass over here. Come on. So Zelensky and Trump and all them dumb white guys in suits, they were doing that thing that dumb animals do, except Zelensky. He was very composed. And the best thing I think he could have done in that meeting, hey boy, stop trying to bite his leash. He asked. And the reason why I say they were behaving like dumb animals, because this was a brilliant thing Zelensky knew, except he couldn't get it across because emotions were being so heated at the time. This makes for great television. Shut the fuck up, you naranja. Zelensky asked the white men in suits who could never get enough, have you been to my home and seen firsthand the civilization that once was on the brink of collapse? And the reason why that was brilliant is because seeing something is different than just hearing about it. Good people, if such a thing as good exists, tend to sympathize without having to go. Lazy people are also good people. They would rather capitulate. Oh boy. Lazy people capitulate because they don't want to have to get up and change their minds. Change is a part of life. And some people are adverse to change because they're stuck in their past. And it is a mental symptom. It is a mental illness. Oh, I don't know what you saw that made you want to get up, boy, but you crazy. You crazy. So I ask, what would you do if you were a cold, heartless person? the way to combat a society of dumb, lazy people is with kindness, is with an open mind, and action above all. Go to your local lavanderia and come on. Stop just pausing all of a sudden out of nowhere. Go to your shops. And here's another idea too. We need more lavanderias in the country. We need more diversity, not more money. We need more communication. We need more Don't test me, boy. We need more understanding. We need more opportunities to see a different point of view, a different opinion. And education is very important as well. The thing about education, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a dumb person drink. And I think, on a personal note, the more and more I allow myself to think critically about these human aspects of life that affect politics and affect the day-to-day milieu of people's thoughts, and people's pattern making. Hey, what do you keep on looking at? He gets so easily distracted. You're next. You're next. Don't trip. You're next. You are next. Come here. You can lead someone to education, diversity, and inclusion. You can't force them to be a better person. Because the idea of better is under a microscope. What does it mean to be better? Because we're all individual people. We all have our individuality. So your definition of better is definitely different than mine. See, you, hey. See, you want more money because you think a bigger house is better. You want 7 kids because you think a bigger family is better. I want more schools because I think more opportunities for communities is better. Now, for the sake of argument, let's say we agree that we feel the same about how to be better. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Can you even see him? So these are very human ideas. And we're also monkeys. I was watching this YouTube short about the chimpanzees, or orangutans, who were once considered, not that long ago, to be purely vegetarian. They eat meat now, guys. And it is wild seeing what's it called? An orangutan eat a chimpanzee. It is the most wild thing. It is the most wild thing. Because you think about it. If they've incorporated eating other primates into their diet, well, if you know anything about DNA and how and why and why we stopped inbreeding, because for a long time it was considered keeping the race pure by just having sex with people in your own family, because you're keeping the family pure, the gene pool pure. And then what we found couldn't be explained yet until science was finally able to catch up to human constructs of society and be like, oh yeah, the reason why your kids are coming out messed up and why they're having shorter and shorter lifespans, because obviously the goal is to have longer and longer lifespans, is because you're inbreeding. Oh, well, what does that mean? What does that mean, inbreeding? Are you telling me that because I'm having sex with my sister to keep the king's lineage intact? No, preposterous. And then scientists, are you done? You're done, aren't you? Because you see them over there, and so you're done, huh? Boy, I'm talking to you. Boy, I'm talking to you. Get him. So what happens when you inbreed is your DNA, which is very, very, very close to the DNA of the person you're inbreeding with, they can't replicate the same, they can't divide the same, they can't pair up the same. These are all processes that are involved with the DNA and the creation of it. You take chromosomes from both sides and you mix them together. But the problem is those chromosomes have DNA, and so the DNA needs, we found through experimentation and error by dumb people, we found. Helicopter passing over through. Watch the watchers, y'all. Watch the watchers. So what we found is, oh yeah, we need diversity in our DNA in order for these molecules to properly combine. And then they could blend with other molecules properly. Because they don't want other molecules that look like them. It doesn't work out. So then I think, okay, well then if that's the case, here's the difference between smart people and dumb people. Smart people ask questions, okay? If that's the case, then how could it have been so prevalent in the times? Because if it was a one-to-one thing, if it was like, oh, brother has sex with sister, or auntie has sex with cousin or whatever, immediately equates to basically a death sentence, then how come it didn't just stop immediately? Because you would think, right? You would think it would. Well, science has had to explain this too. And so they came up with stop it, boy. Stop getting so close to me. Too close. You're too close, motherfucker. You're too close. You're too close. Stop being so close. Stop. 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 Don't stretch. What are you stretching for? We're just exercising, motherfucker. Okay, fine. We'll stop. We'll stop. You and me. Now it's time for you and me. Yeah, that's right, bitch. Stop biting your leash. Stop biting your. Look at this guy. Look at this pit bull right here. This little bulldog right here. I'm gonna lasso you. So what the scientists found is that there's only a percentage. It's not a 1-for-1. It's not 100% certainty, which is why it was able to be a thing for a while. What they found is that the more and more you do this, like, okay, so if you have a pure, and let's be real, the true definition. Boy, stop. Boy, what are you doing? Boy. Stop. Stop. So what they found was, Jesus Christ. So if you had a pure lineage, Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get on a little tangent right now, but isn't it incredible how we can exactly track, maybe not accurately, but exactly track kind of the evolution of human thought? Because the more and more we gain sentience, I think I'm finding the more and more we're able to keep track of it. And so you think, what is sentience? It's the ability to ask questions, I think. It's the ability to ask questions more than anything. Some people will argue, oh, it's communication. Nah, whales communicate, birds communicate. Oh, it's problem solving. Nah, animals problem solve in the wild all the time to get their food. And then you look at ants who are just incredibly efficient, and it's like, well then, damn, what the fuck is... It's like, okay, well then robots are coming along too, and it's like, well, goddamn, you have quantum computers that can do math better than any human brain. It's like, it's to ask questions. That's what consciousness is. That's what being human is. I know, I got off on a tangent. I got off on a real tangent. Boy! Look at this dude. So now I'm gonna get my ass over there because he'd be crazy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. 17 minutes. It's been going on for 17 minutes. 17 minutes and 18 hours. That makes no sense. That makes zero sense at all. Oh boy, you just got tripped up. Yeah, he's tired. I'm tired too, man. I'm tired too, but we gotta exercise, boy. We gotta exercise, okay? Yeah. I know, I'm gonna get back. I know I was talking about genetics and all this kind of stuff. You might think, wow, this guy must have a degree. Nope. Nope, this is all that was taught to me, or I should say all that I retained in basic high school and community college courses. I honestly don't remember taking any like biology lessons in community college. My biology and stuff kind of stopped in high school. But my curiosity hasn't stopped though. And I'm still very curious. Feed the mind, stay curious. And let's forgive each other. Let's remember to forgive each other, because I often throw the word dumb around. Because, I mean, obvious reasons, I'm very, very smart. I laugh at all the idiots. Hey, idiot. Don't be dumb. You have to get up and work out. You have to get up and walk. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. Good. Good. Come on. Don't give up on me now. You cerebral palsy ass stupid dog. Tangents on tangents on tangents, baby. My mind is spiraling sometimes. And in a good way, not in a bad way. So the more and more you have. Okay, so let's be real. Let's just clarify two things. Two big takeaways here. The true meaning of a pure gene pool or a true pure family line is diversity. And I have to clarify this because of the times we're living in. Thank you, Trump. Diversity isn't a political term. Okay? Dictator is a political term. You call someone a dictator when they rule with an authoritarian style and in a political system that doesn't offer them any sort of resistance. Which is why, as much as I call Trump a dictator, he would be if he was in Russia. He would be if he was in China. He would be if he was in Iran. He would be if he was in any political system that offered him very little resistance to rule in the style of law and an iron fist. Through fear, above all. I'd rather be respected than feared. And I'd rather be loved than respected. This motherfucker just tapping him out. Motherfucker was like, nope. We're having a little bit of time to just roll around the little puppy here. He's not rolling over. Good boy. Good boy. That's a good boy. The definition of a cluttered gene pool is literally the opposite of what people thought back in the days of kings and queens. The Middle Ages, you could say. And then the Renaissance came, the European Renaissance came, and then pretty much right after that you had in Europe, in Britain, which was, I guess, Europe technically, just like America used to be the West. But now we got Mexico up in the building. Ooh, viva la raza! And you got Canada too. I'm not sure how I feel about the Minister Trudeau though, the PM. I'm not sure how I feel about the AM to the PM pump. PM. So yeah. Yep. I should be getting paid for this kind of knowledge I'm spitting out, but let's be real. When you do something for the love of it, the money comes second. That's what it is, and that's how it goes. AM to the PM phone. My last hit just went viral. What's up? God, you're big. You are a big motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna end this now. I think I talked for a good while. A good while. I might record later, actually. So, yesterday, I uploaded that video. And I was politically charged. I mentioned how I've been politically charged and I've been becoming more socially active as a social activist. And then fate would have it that fate would have me see a post by KCAL ABC7. In this post, informed me of a cause to fight for. This pantry in downtown Los Angeles, called the Pantry Cafe, was closing its doors. Employees that had been there for 50 years, out of a job. They didn't want to stop working there. They got upset because they weren't just being let go. They did great jobs. The whole shop was closing. And so these workers wouldn't be able to serve the community anymore. And that's why they were upset the most. So when I got word of this through ABC7, I had to make a choice. Do I stay home? And if I stayed home, I could journal about it. I could express myself about how I was feeling, because I was definitely feeling charged. Because the Pantry Cafe closed because, I'm saying the word because so much, the Board of Trustees couldn't reach a consensus with the labor union that represented the workers. And I'm curious why they couldn't just pay the workers more. Who are the Board of Trustees that made this decision? What was the vote? And why did it have to come to shutting the place down? That was all option A. If I stayed home, I could have journaled, I could have wrote songs, I could have done something with all those thoughts. Option B was the option that I chose. I got inside my car and I decided to drive over there. Unfortunately, as I was going over there, I kind of was wondering if it was still going to be there when I got there, because as I was driving over there, I had ABC7 on. They were doing live reporting. And from what I could tell, the workers were inside. They weren't going to get out. And police were called. I can tell this wasn't planned. They weren't planning on protesting. And unfortunately, one person got arrested. How is that going to make its way through the system? All this happened before I got there. Because once I got there, I saw the KCAL or the ABC7 van there. And there were no protesters anymore. There was nobody. One man walked across the street, took a picture of it. And this was at night, by the way. It was like 10 o'clock. No, not even 10 o'clock. It was like 9. And so, for a moment, I thought if I should go immediately home. And then I decided I was going to stay there and just kind of look and wonder and think and ponder and contemplate. I came home. And then I started to make music. After I brushed my teeth. Because I needed to brush my teeth. Yeah. So that's how that goes. Don't undervalue your contributions to the community. Don't undervalue it, because it's worth a lot.